Hello, everyone. It is Anoxy. Um, so tonight we're doing something. I, I, I don't want to say that like I'm doing it like I've never done it because I have played these games before, obviously on stream. But this is actually Age of Mythology Retold, which I have never played, um, on stream or otherwise. And I'm actually really excited to play it with y'all tonight. Ooh, I gotta turn that down. Settings, sound. There's no master sound, is there? One moment, you're gonna hear absolute silence for a second. There we go, that should be better. Um, so I've got a couple things to set up real quick here, and then we will be on our way to playing Age of Mythology Retold tonight. And I say that it's kind of like retelling my childhood because I grew up on this game. It was one of those games that I knew really quite well as a youngin, and it is most definitely sort of something that I hold kind of near and dear to me, near and dear to my heart. So there's obviously the learning of the different things. I don't happen to have the what do you want to call it? The nope. DLC, there we go. So I don't have this. I don't think I have this, and I don't think I have this one. Um, there's mods now, which is really kind of interesting. There's the whole community, which I mean, just looking at this, right, is so cool because I like when this was out before. The internet was a fledgling baby, and there wasn't a ton of things you could really do with things like this. So it's so interesting to me now to see it. So we are going to play. I do want to play the campaign. I'm really tempted to go with the tutorial. Um, However, I think we're going to follow, as we were before, we're going to follow Arcantos to see how things have changed. I know nothing about what they did to this game. I don't know what they've done. I am going to play on standard. Why not? Ludicrous. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm hoping. Part of me, the nostalgic part of me, is really hoping that they keep the story the same, that it remains what it was. But it might not, and I don't know if they changed anything else about the game. Like I've read a little bit about what changed, but not a lot. So here we are with that. But let me check one thing, because that is wrong. One of my tags is wrong. Uh, There we go. Okay. So that's fixed. Let's get into this. Oh, it already looks nicer.
That looked like theirs. It has been a long time since you sent me to the underworld, Arcantos. Fighting old battles again?
Yes, old enemies. I still see them here.
You have won more battles for Atlantis than can be counted. Faced opponents no other man dared fight.
That was long ago. Today, Atlantis' enemies live only in my dreams.
I'm hurting.
I face feeble pirates now.
Is that what you believe, Atlantean? Atlantis still has enemies, and you are still the one who will face them.
Any who threaten my home or my family will soon have a place in my dreams.
These are enemies unlike the others, Arcantos.
I-
Do not let your guard down. Dark times are coming, and you are needed. Arcantos. Awaken.
Admiral! Sir,
I
We've sighted land on the horizon. We should reach Atlantis soon.
Excellent. It will be good to see my son Castor again.
this hurts. I'm just gonna say it. That hurt. And I think part of it is because I loved the way the old Athena voice sounded. It was just breathy, and there was an etherealness about it that I very much enjoyed. So that's
We cannot
painful.
ignore the omens, Arcantos. Lord Poseidon's displeasure is clear. We must help break the siege at Troy.
Troops we send now will be lucky to arrive before the fight is over. Even if they do, their only task will be to show the banner of Atlantis, not a task for an admiral.
It would shame Agamemnon if we sent one of your junior officers.
I have other
He
thoughts.
already
You just gotta give me a
complains
minute.
that we do not pay enough attention to the Greek colonies. No, it must be you.
What in the name? Castor, stay here.
So first of all, that animation is bomb as fuck. Second of all, why? Like in my mind, why did they have
Atlantis is a hero, and very
to
effective
sort of change that?
such as the Kraken.
Like,
Well done, but we should prepare ourselves for more attacks.
that kind of hurts. Ooh, hey.
Additional toxote can be trained at
No,
the
no,
archery
get over
range.
here.
These excel against enemy infantry.
There's more. Okay, so there's that. Where's it? Okay, the ability to rotate the map's kind of cool. Being able to see things from a different angle, absolutely awesome. Don't get me wrong, but that yet I can already see what. So I was finding a lot to be said on the voice acting side of things, and I can already see what people were talking about. Now I will admit I do not know what an actual Greek Greek accent should sound like. To me, it's confusing that you changed everyone but Arcantos's accent.
Black sails are going to
Why does he still sound like a British man? A. But also,
Are infantry trained at the military academy.
why
Use them to protect your vulnerable toxoplane.
why does Athena in particular just why it doesn't work for me?
West of the harbor. If you are running out of a particular resource, you should consider retasking them to gather it.
No, we're doing good, thank you. Yeah, it's just so interesting to me that that's a thing. It's so odd to me already, some of the choices of this. Alright, I need you over here actually. No, you attack him. You guys do the rest. Y'all kill anyone that lands. That is not what I told you to do. It's good to know that even in this retold, there is those issues. Like, it's good to know that that is still a problem, even in this retold version of this. Okay, now that's really cool looking. Okay, some of the animation updates are awesome. Like, let's get you over here. Gonna split our forces here. Can you guys back up, please? I don't feel like watching you getting thrown. Are you just not gonna do anything, Arcantos? Like, really? Why are you all ignoring what's attacking you? I don't understand. I find it interesting that you can, quirpy it now. Yes, I just said quirpy. It's QWERTY. I'm quirky. Not really, honestly. Let's be honest. I'm very, very boring. Hydration. Massive amounts of hydration. Come on, guys. Attack them before they even get to the... There we go. It's a distraction. That's what they're thinking. Actually, legitimately don't know what they're thinking. I have reached my training capacity. Build more houses. That would be a no. Yeah, like they kept some of the random voices, like they did. They kept some of the voices that almost British-esque thought process. But they didn't keep all of it. So to me it's just absolutely hilarious that they changed it in some spaces but not all. Also, that noise is from the original, so it's like, why? Why? Also, I'm really confused. Raises weapon deliveries, inspiring nearby units to deal more damage. Okay, so he still does that. That's awesome. Ooh, I can have all sorts of fun. What are these stats? I need to learn how to read. Bump, bump. Come on. Come on. Get rid of that one first. Okay, guys. Whoa, over here. Over here, good guys. Wow. They are... I like how there's one just sitting here that I really kind of wish I could just shock to death. Hold shift to commit actions. Okay. They have taken the trident. Oh no. Those are some godly nips. I love the new animations, I really do. Oh, he looks so cute. Look at that little face. Kamos. Kamos? Is that how that would actually... I mean... Kamos was... It rolled off the tongue better. I mean... I preferred Kamos to Kamos. I really do. Oh, I I friggin' I can tell you right now, I will not be able to take Kamos seriously. I won't. I will flat out not be able to. It will never happen. I'm going to laugh about it this whole time. I don't know, maybe that's not right. I'm sure it probably is the appropriate, like, actual way of saying that word, that name, but it is so different, comparatively speaking, to what I'm used to, that it's just it's kind of like astounding to me. Yeah, I know, I have one building. I can see where people have been like, hey, that voice though, because it's not that it's bad voice acting, it's just very, I hate to say wooden, it's very wooden. It's really kind of almost boring. Um it also just doesn't make sense to me in that way. So okay. I need 10. There we go. We're gonna collect all sorts of fun. It's a Bambi. But yeah, no, a lot of the mechanics thus far have been the same, so I'm very happy that those didn't change. That's interesting. You couldn't do that before. That's kind of cool. Hold on. Available classical age. Classical age, okay. Okay, those are mine. I'm gonna move them over here. You can do that. Actually, I feel, hold on. Not available yet. Crap. We're close though, we're at 320. 335. It's like counting out down, but counting in the opposite. Never. That is called counting up. Oh my god. I just said that. That happened. It did. And I am meh. Okay. Oh, there's another little piggy. Okay. This is where it's interesting. So, like, I'm kind of looking. Diamosis, Sword of Dread. Phobos' Spear of Panic. Will of Chronos. Interesting. Spirited Charge. Hoplite, Social Spear of Panic. Reflect extra divine damage, which ignores armor. Interesting. Increasing their attack. And I part of me wants to do this one because of ceasefire, but part of me knows that these guys are better. 3, 3. We're gonna go with Aries. See, that's kind of interesting that they have that set up. Like, you weren't able to do that before. You actually do that. Lexi Ludos! You can join me if you want. I is in VC. You can join and listen to me babble. We're going to build a hero. I need a hero. Who is? That's Theseus, good ma'am. Oh, Kataskopos. Okay, you were talking about the horse. Kamos. For the love of God. Kamos. Ooh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Those are not our friends. Oh. Alright, we're gonna pull someone off of food. To build that. How many do those take? I wonder. Alright. 1. Okay, so I could technically build 5 of those. There we go. I don't like you. Okay, well you're doing something anyway. Okay, but hello, Lexi. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure, yes, that did just screw me up. Okay, let me do this and do that, and let's go there. Okay. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. Let me get a little bit better view. Well, you're just gonna throw a motherfucker. You didn't even kill him. You threw him and it didn't even kill him. I am saddened by this fact, good sir. There we go. Oh, I can do it again for 20. Okay. That makes sense. Pay for your god powers. Do I look like I'm gonna do that? No, I'm not. For I am an adult. I don't know why that was what I decided to say, but somehow me being an adult felt the appropriate response. I don't understand. Oh, I promise I'm all there, kinda, sorta, not really. Let's back you guys off. Let's... Okay, so nothing overly important there. We have the hippocampus or the little water horse. Hello. Oh, it's auto scouting. Holy shit, you can auto scout this shit now? Who knew? Hello. I am going to turn on Discord so that people can actually hear you and I'm not talking to myself like an absolute rabid maniac.
But isn't it more fun this way?
I mean, I am an absolute rabid maniac. You do have a very good point. But no one needs to know that. Like, that's not a requirement anyone's gotta
It's
know.
going to be a odd.
I don't know what you're talking about, good ma'am.
Are you sure which one right now?
I need to customize this because I need more. Okay, so I need actually less food, more. I need more wood. I need more wood. It's not the first time I've ever had that problem.
Less food, more wood.
Yep. It's a very common problem in my life, actually.
Oh
I don't know what your problem is.
Apparently, you don't have enough wood.
I can neither confirm nor deny the need of wood in my life. I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. I know not of what you speak, good ma'am.
Are we about to live in Delulu? Is that where we're going? We're living in Delulu?
Denial is a river in Egypt. There you go.
Everyone keeps saying Utah though.
So I will say I do absolutely love the remake of this game thus far. The only thing about it that makes me so sad and kind of hits the feels pretty hard is that they changed the voice acting in a way that just it to me didn't need to be changed. It's really kind of sad in that manner.
You did it or
They didn't. It did not need to be changed in this way. They could have kept it as it was, and it would have been just fine.
well, you know when people start doing remakes and like say, hey, let's redo things, they'll probably be like, hey, let's redo it all since we're doing this.
Well, it's
You know?
it's sad in my mind just because like the original voice acting, yes, you had the standard, you know, British, English, Greek men that you get in every like ancient Greek movie ever. For some reason, they all sound like they could have founded America. But, but at the same time, like now when you got to Egypt and when you got to the Norse area, it did like the voice acting did change. And my only issue with this is right now it's so wooden. And then on top of that, they're using some of the older voice acting for like when I go to move Arcantos, I'm hearing that original voice, and then all of a sudden I'm not hearing it when I go to actually play and then like to ow fuck I just punched my mic, but to like actually play the game and do all the stuff there, which is just sad. I need more. Okay, I need people to pray. Why are you all not praying? I need prayer.
I need you to pray. You're not praying.
Okay, in my defense, that is how the Greek earn favor with their gods.
In
Don't
my defense,
don't even get sassy with me about how ridiculous that may or may not have most definitely sounded. Um, I mean, it is not intentionally meant to be funny. It's just unfortunately I require prayer. And I say that like, like I think prayer is bad. Prayer is not bad. Prayer the fuck.
oh my god, apparently you can't even English.
I'm Englishing as only an American can English, okay?
Oh my god.
I'm Englishing as well as a nice Midwestern American can English. Um,
Not the Midwesterner.
oh, but our Midwestern salads that aren't really salads, mostly made from Minnesota because they're all insane over there.
Look, I just need to know, why is there a warm salad?
Why is there Watergate salad? Why do you ask these questions? What?
Watergate salad, hold up. What's that?
You have never heard of the atrocity that is Watergate salad?
No.
Bro, did you just build yourself... Okay, as I say, if you just built yourself into a goddamn corner, I'm gonna be so mad. I swear to God, yo,
First, I don't know what Watergate salads are. Second, I am from Virginia. Don't start.
So, I'm going to give you the ingredients of Watergate salad.
Oh god.
Oh,
Sounds like a jerk.
hold on, I actually have to text Spyro to let him know that Watergate salad has become a thing.
Is he gonna be happy or upset?
I don't know. Okay, so, Watergate salad, original recipe, and this is the oldest recipe I can find on this salad. I'm going to let you determine whether or not you think it is a salad. Okay?
Okay.
2 cans, 14 fluid ounces, crushed pineapple in juice, undrained. 2 packages, 4 serving size each, Jello pistachio instant pudding. 3 cups thawed Cool Whip whipped topping or homemade whipped topping if preferred, like actual whipped cream. 2 cups jet puffed miniature marshmallows. 1 cup chopped pecans. And there is your salad ingredients, my friend.
That's not a salad. Where are the leafy greens? Where is the thing that makes it feel like I'm crunching?
It's not a salad.
That's not a salad.
I love how your response is, where are the leafy greens? Oh, that is beautiful.
You should have known that was going to be my answer. I like crunch. And no.
Only
does
good
not
against
mean
infantry.
croutons can actually substitute
Good
for
against
my crunch.
cavalry. Good against infantry. I need a couple.
Like,
Actually, we're gonna build
eat
one of
this as
you.
As a weird child. Not actually a child, guys. But, like, I'm weird.
Hi, Pegasus. I'm about to sacrifice the shit out of you, and I don't really care.
The flying horse! Not Medusa's child!
You know what? At this point, bitch has nicer hair than me, and it's literally snakes. So, get bent, okay? Like,
No, then.
oh, I
Or in this case, am I saying goose?
I don't know. At the same time, I have to wonder, like, that usual stereotypical conversation about the carpet matching the drapes. Do you think that works with her?
okay, maybe. Depending on which variation you're talking about, like if she's in her human form or if she's in her, like, more of, hey, bottom part's a snake form.
Why do you have a fishing ship just not doing anything?
I love how that's where we went with this.
Well, no, because like they literally have a fishing ship just not doing anything, and it's like, part of me remembers that the AI of these games is not always the smartest AI. Those are some fat hogs. Oh my god. Like,
Do not kill the golden four. All I can tell you.
but like, you know, I've watched Epic, ma'am. And by watched I mean listened to, but you know,
I mean,
with animation.
we all listen to it. That animation. These people are talented shit.
I honestly, the singing was beautiful just listening to without it, but you know, the animation was also quite fun seeing the different iterations of like what people imagine those characters to look like. And I will admit I was so happy when most people decided to make Penelope just a bad bitch. Like, I loved it.
Oh yeah, they were just like, first off, she decided, she didn't even decide that. She's like, alright, I gotta step up and raise my kingdom and my son. Yes.
Oh, I never made Atlanta. We gotta throw in Atlanta. I have no women in this army.
Where's Atalanta?
I'm making Atlanta right now. Oh, my poor widow horsey getting shot at.
What land are you going to, horse?
I don't know. I have an air horse and a sea horse.
I just need to know because I don't need the horse going to Apollo, okay?
I just love the fact that I have an air horse and a sea horse. Like, I think that's absolutely great.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing. I said it and I mean it. I don't need one of them finding Apollo, so I'm cool.
Alright. Have fun trying to train things to come against me. Throw them.
Eat them. Did you make your people like, I don't know, giants?
No, I can zoom in if you want. Whoa! Is this close enough to the action for you? Would you like me to back away a little bit?
No, I'm good. I can see them. Alright.
I will admit, I am so sad. I am going to make fun of this the whole time I play. Why did you change it from Kamos to Kamos? And yes, I understand, but it's more Grecian. Yes, but Kamos sounds ridiculous. That is...
Are you talking about Zeus's last name?
No, this character. I don't like that voice acting either. I liked the deeper, more of the first guy.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, you jumped nobly? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I don't think the Minotaur was like, hey. Oh god. Oh my gosh. So, this is about Troy. I am going to ruin somebody's night. And God, I hope it's not yours, Lexi. But can we talk for 5 seconds about how Troy never happened? About how this war literally probably never happened and Troy never existed?
Oh, yeah, you mean because they couldn't find evidence of it?
Not even that they couldn't find evidence of it, but the only, like, legitimate evidence you have is the writings of Homer, who was a storyteller in the middle of the Greek Dark Ages.
Yeah, but wasn't he also blind?
I cannot remember that about him. Like, I wish I did, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, why is Agamemnon the most Celtic-looking motherfucker? Hold on, I just got very distracted. I'm sorry. Why does Agamemnon look like he belongs in Ireland or something?
Wait, I thought we hated Agamemnon. No, we did. We did hate Agamemnon. I have to remember, I was like, no, I didn't really like this man. I don't remember why. Because he put someone's kid in the classifiers, and I didn't like it. They were
Well,
a baby.
you know, that's the fun thing about it being a story. It didn't
Again,
exist.
I didn't like that man.
No, I
Did
just
not.
I ruined Spyro's day a while back when I told him that that was a thing, and he was like, what do you mean that this wasn't a," and I was like, well, you have to think about the fact that the most evidence we have of that is
It's a myth.
is the writing of Homer, that this is mythological.
It's a myth. Everyone realizes this is a myth, correct?
No. No, they don't. Lots of people legitimately believe that it is a thing.
Oh.
And mainly
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
mainly because it's taught as being factual. It is taught as fact. It is not taught as
Yeah. I mean, you are correct. It is taught as fact, but it is also very much so a mythological thing that if you were to, like, I don't know, go. I don't know how deep you need to go, but, like,
I mean, how deep are you gonna let me?
it's a deep rabbit hole. I don't know. You want to go all the way?
Sure, I'm down.
Alright. It's like, if you go as far as, like, I don't know, just, I don't know, to go research and go, hey, let's look up real quick, was there anything found there? And then you'll be like, yes, but then also people planted stuff. Like, I think the one archaeological like dig that they had there, a guy planted things there just because he wanted to make a discovery.
Well, and I mean, you have to look at the fact that you're going to find what is called, you know, what they can consider sort of those artifacts of war pretty much anywhere, because there wasn't Walmart, there wasn't you know, there wasn't Safeway, there wasn't Kroger. You had to actually legitimately go and find these things and have them, you know. So going and finding something that would ultimately, you know, better society often meant finding a weapon. It it often meant finding pieces and shards of things, because I went Ares last time in like Silver Fox energy, but that like, are we thirst trapping now?
Yes, they are.
Do we go with the thirst trap?
Yes.
Okay, I guess we go with the thirst trap.
I'm sorry. When are we not going with the thirst trap? I'm sorry.
I would like to think we're better than that.
No.
Okay. Like,
I'm not better with that, and I told you what one of my favorite authors writes about. No.
I know. It's okay. I can live with it. Oh, but yeah, no, I decimated his day when I talked about that. And I don't normally talk about it because it does so decimate people, but I never grew out of my mythology phase, but it wasn't just for like Greek mythology or you know, or Egyptian mythology, the rather stereotypical, I suppose, mythology sort of
Did you really say stereotypical? Egyptian is complicated as heck.
well, no, I'm
Yeah.
what I mean is like when someone goes, I had a mythology phase when I was a teen, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna go Greek or Egyptian.
Yeah, I mean,
Now, as I have aged, I have also learned Greek, Egyptian, or Norse. And you don't ask it Norse, you ask it Viking, because that's what they're going to say.
yeah, it's like Greek, Egyptian, Norse, but what you really mean is Viking. And so Greek, Egyptian, or Viking.
Yeah, like that's how that goes. you know, and it's
And
nothing,
then I went,
and it's like nothing against things, you know, but like particularly as I learned as a, you know, as a younger child that I had both Irish and Scottish in me on my mom's side, and that, you know, that there was that history as well, that it was quite interesting for me to look into the idea of, no, you don't do that, you get back here, good sir. um but like,
that's all it is. And
oh sorry.
yeah, I haven't thrown out of my mythology.
No, neither have I. Like, but I spent a lot of time like looking at Celtic tradition, which encompasses a lot, and that's because the Celts were like, when you think Celt, mildly it's like thinking goose from Aristocats, um, but when you think Celt, most people go, oh, Ireland or oh, Scotland, and it's like, no, that there was a wide range of Celtic people. So you have traditions and oral histories that like go through, you know, you have like, I think they're called the insular Celts, which is Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. But then you have Gaul, which is, I believe, part of France, if I'm remembering my geography correctly, that was also considered Celtic.
Yes.
So
Wait, I thought it was a part of Wales. Oh wait, no, no. France took over Wales.
I have to remember. Gaul was Western Europe. I know that. It was Western continent, and Wales is an island. So I know that. I know that for sure. If I remember correctly, it was France, like from France all the way to like Germany. Was
Okay.
that? Oh, look at that! The gate hinge of the mighty city of Troy. My gates are stronger. Yay! Sorry,
Oh god.
I had to.
No! Look, if anyone else other than me understood that, I think Katie Roberts was the kid's beauty.
Oh, ma'am, sir, horse.
Where's this going?
Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, stop it.
Where's the first Just a question.
That horse is trying to survive. Give it a minute, okay?
I mean, like all of us, but yeah.
That horse is just living his worst life.
Oh god.
But no, I think just I think it's actually so interesting, and I get this quite a bit when I'm thinking about it. And like talking about it with friends, is I've had friends ask me why I'm so interested in those sorts of mythologies and in those sorts of oral traditions and things like that. And it's because, so when you think of Latin countries, or when you think of, you know, like South American countries, or even African countries, a lot of people, when they think of the culture of it, they think of it as colorful. It's very bright, it's very colorful, it's very loud. But when you tell someone that I am, you know, I have Irish heritage, immediately they almost think that it's very drab, and I'm like, it's not though. It's not.
It wasn't that way. Like, it wasn't drab all the time.
Well,
No one's culture was drab all the time. Like,
It's like, yeah, sure, it's not as inherently colorful now as like Mardi Gras, or oh, what is that thing in Brazil that happens every year? Fudge sticks. You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. It happens in Rio every year. Like,
Yeah.
it's the
Oh,
it's
what?
the
Carnival. There we go. Carnival. You know, you think of those things, and I know a lot of people who are like, well, why don't you guys do that? And I'm like, there are festivals that used to happen that were very colorful and were very bright. And,
people who use it can break down.
well, yes and no. It's not that they didn't write them down. It's that now that's not the current culture. It wasn't something that stayed because unfortunately, inherently, oh, I am gonna lose this battle like a mofo.
Well, like, unfortunately, I do have to agree. I was like, well, yeah, but it is a yes and no. Unfortunately,
A part of it is systematically we destroyed our own culture.
yeah,
If that makes sense. Like systematically, we were like, hey, you know,
yeah,
the people at the top, the ruling peoples, whatever you want to call it, were
they
were like, hey, we don't like your culture, so what we do like about it we're going to absorb. The rest of it we're going to destroy. And and much like the Library of Alexandria, it all just all disappeared.
yeah.
Which I'm still
I
angry about. I will forever be angry about that. Um,
I, have you seen the movie Sinners, like, at all?
I
Or
have
heard of it?
seen part of it. Yes,
Yeah.
I have seen the horrible
So,
dancing scene. You can.
we wasn't talking about that, but okay.
I think you were though.
What I was talking about was like their one cousin, their young cousin, who was like, I just want to be a blues singer and whatever. And then his two cousins that went to war or whatever came back and they gave him the opportunity to sing at the bar because preacher's son, that was his name, preacher's son. That wasn't actually his name, but you get what I'm saying.
I understand the gist of your inability to tell me what was going on. Yes.
So like he's able to sing, but he's also when he's able to sing, he's able to connect to other cultures and like people's ancestries and stuff. You would think it would just be his ancestry or like other black people's ancestry. No, he was able to connect to everybody. Able to connect to everybody. The Chinese, the
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. I will admit,
yeah.
when I tried to watch that movie, admittedly it was quite recently, and I was on painkillers,
Oh no.
and I don't 100% remember the fever dream that is that movie.
I mean, well, okay. They wanted to. I guess I can say this. Yeah, I can say this. So the dude.
Hold on
He
real
got.
quick. Hold on real quick. As someone who plays Hades,
Hold up, who?
first
Who is in front of?
first of all, I need you to look at these. Aphrodite is wearing way too much clothes. Second of all, not as
Because my favorite green.
not well, because it was one of her colors. Not as swole as Dionysus, but at the same time, are we going with parties or are we going with love?
Okay, so
Well, you
we
get the
go with
Nemean
like.
lion with her.
Ooh.
So he is your health and cavalry. She is your villagers. That's who she focuses.
Oh. To give me more villagers?
Well, no, like her stuff focuses villagers. Like, see, this ups their speed and their work rate and stuff. This causes them to produce favor from temples faster. But you get a pretty good Hawaiian.
Okay, so what would you. No. Because everyone knows if I really had to choose, I would choose that nice. But,
Hold on, let me go like this. No, not what I want. Nope.
because I'll be like, this is in.
Here we go. Okay, so we went Hermes first because thirst trap, and his focus is cavalry. So technically, we would be continuing on with
It,
him if we went with Dionysus.
okay, well, alright, so it just seems fair.
But Aphrodite is more, hey, you can get more shit quicker.
Yeah. And don't you need more shit?
Yeah.
So, like, Aphrodite. We try to even out.
Okay, we're gonna even it out.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck are you guys doing? Where is all my... Where are all my... Sorry, dear, I apologize.
Back to movies that I was speaking of.
Yes.
They, and the guy even said, he's like, I saw all the ancestors that you summoned, like with your singing and everything. And he's like, I would love for you to sing so that I could meet my ancestors and my people again. And he was Irish, I believe.
He was a vampire. Does it really fucking matter? Like...
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. When you are of the undead, all cultures are your cultures eventually.
I mean, eventually, yes, but at the same time, he was like, yeah, he's like, I said that prayer, he's like, I
Oh,
said
God.
that prayer to you, and the guy says everything for me. I said those words as well.
I'm very sorry for everyone who just heard that, and I know Lexi didn't because Discord shields her from such noises. But, I yawned and mildly like a cat stuck my tongue out and I accidentally licked my microphone. so,
Oh, no.
so I'm sure that was hearable on stream. I'm so sorry. Because I did just like a cat. I was like, "Meh," and I was like, ugh. like straight brother, ugh. like
But
fat.
yeah, there was like, what was it? It was the,
Rawr.
he had got, how many, he had like gone and he's like, I made a family and this, that, and the third, and he's like, it all still goes away. It all still runs away, like it's gone, still. And, like, the guy was talking about like, togetherness and whatever, and then he was talking about the dancing circle, and I was like, I don't necessarily like this, but okay. Like, that was the point in it all anyways. It's like, there was the dancing circle, there was all the other things. That,
Well, and like it depends. Part of it also depends when you get really down to it. With such things, is going to be. I don't want to say the legitimacy of the history and of the culture, but it's going to change. Like, so my family that still lives over in Ireland, they live in a town that still predominantly only speaks Gaelic.
yeah.
Like English is a footnote in their way of life, and it even like the history from my family just varies so differently from their neighbors of not very far away, really. And it absolutely astounds me that that's a thing, that it can. But then if you look at like, even when you look at like ancient Greece and you look at the stories that come out of all the different city-states of ancient Greece, you know, ignoring the mythological aspect of it, so like the heroes and the demigods, if you look at just literally what 20 Miles did to the oral histories of things, it's interesting. I think where in particular, and no, you're good. I'm gonna say this. I think in particular where it becomes a thing, is actually here in America, because America is exactly what it's been called my whole life. It is a melting pot. It is where, I'm gonna point blank say it is where culture comes to die.
Yes.
Because now there are some older families here in Michigan that live in the same town that the wagon broke in. They still hold certain traditions from the old country. You know, that is a thing. Okay, fine. But for the most part, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. Oh, you keep dying and keep respawning. Okay, that's why you shut up. Anyway, it doesn't necessarily matter who you are or where you're from or where your family is from. Most likely within a generation, those that cultural aspect has gone. And like you like I'm going to use a good friend of ours, Pin. All right, for everyone watching this stream who doesn't know what Pin is, he is a very good friend of mine who happens to be based out of Eastern Europe, who doesn't 100% understand why I, as an American, state that I have Irish or Scottish heritage. Why do I say that? For two reasons. One, I am not Irish or Scottish. I'm not. By birth, I am American. It does not matter that I am only second generation American. I am American. Why do I say that? Because if you asked my cousin what it is like over, who is my age, he is within a year of me, what it is like over in Ireland and what it was like growing up in Ireland and what the culture was and things like that, we are going to have two completely different stories.
Very much so. The story will be on.
You know, I am a person of heritage, not of actual living, if that makes sense. I need to customize this shit because this is starting to really get to me.
Oh no, I like okay.
Um,
So
you know, like that's where that is, and there's nothing against that. But I think where, in particular, like people from Europe or even people from, you know, South America and Central America get really confused with why we as we are get so focused on that is because we lack that. Like, yeah, I make a joke. I make a joke about Midwestern salads that aren't really salads, but that's Midwestern culture right there.
yeah,
Midwestern culture is salads made out of Jell-O, an inability to get on a plane if it's less than 18 hours of travel,
yeah.
saving absolutely every freaking container, doesn't matter what, because it'll be useful someday.
And yes, that is our hoarder tendency coming out, but no.
You know, like there is just so much to that has absolutely nothing to do with the culture of where we came from.
Oh yeah, but everything to do with like survival. Like it absolutely is based on like survival.
Are you sleeping? Why are you sleeping, sir? You know,
But
it...
also like
You're good.
sorry, I didn't
No, you're good. Go.
like it's like hey, say it's like yeah, we would love to know what the other cultures were. Like when you say like when someone says that they're part Native American, like 1% Native American, I mean somebody in their family line long ago said, you know what? I like that person. I want to be with that person.
That depends on how they say it. That legitimately depends on how they say it. I'm gonna point blank. I'm going to add to that.
Yeah.
Because if
like,
they try to be like, oh, I have a Native American princess in my family, I'm gonna smack them. If they go, hey, I have XYZ family member who legitimately like went down the Trail of Tears and survived, and here's how I know because I traced it back, and goes, that is my heritage, without being suddenly like, I'm XYZ, then fine. Where I get irritated, and where a lot of people I know get irritated, is when someone goes, I'm this. No, you're not. No, you're not. I am a Midwestern American. I am boring. I am white bread as fuck. And I mean white bread like buy it in a loaf, not like awkward horse style programs. I mean like bread, like sliced bread, the thing that is younger than Betty White. Okay. That is what I mean. What? Did you... What? Did you not know Betty White was older than sliced bread? I'm so confused.
No, I'm saying that Daddy did something wrong.
No, she didn't. I'm pointing out here that, you know, I'm merely pointing out, I promise, that I am not, like I said, I'm kind of repeating that thought. I am not Irish. I am of Irish heritage.
Yeah. Like,
That does not suddenly make me Irish. It doesn't. Oh, mother fudger pieces of crap.
like you can go to like powwows and everything else, and you can say, "Hey, I was part of this and that, but it doesn't mean that you are it."
Oh no, I have actually been to one. It was very interesting to watch. You know, but I was there as an observer of the culture. I was not there as a participant by any right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where are you firing from, bro?
I want to say I wasn't partaking. I wasn't. Let me.
Way to make that sound like it's drugs.
No. I was like 5 when my mom took me to a powwow because I was very interested in studying American culture at the time. Because 5-year-olds, what did we see? Probably Pocahontas, probably a Disney princess. I just really wanted to know about the horses that they called dogs. And I was like, horses called dogs, alright. And then how they made like their long houses, and I was like, so why don't we do that? Is it because we don't like communal living, or is it because we died when we did it?
Oh, for the love of
You know.
Christ almighty, guys. Sorry, I'm arguing with really, Arcantos, you're gonna take on 2 ships on your own.
The answer is yes.
Alright, bro, let's... Can we pretend to have some sense, man?
Let's retreat. Or
Not
condos.
even let's retreat, it's just Arcantos, please. Arcantos,
I
come
beg
on
of you,
now.
retreat.
My guy.
No, I still need him to retreat. Retreat.
Brother.
But, sir.
Nah, we're good. We're taking out this, the thing that makes chips and things. Doc, there we go. I just read it.
Okay. But yeah, it was but yeah, it was like more of, hey, I had just went over like the simplest of forms of ideas of what Native American culture was.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I had begged my mom to take me to one because I was like, I want to see how like moccasins were made. Probably not the killing of the animal, but I wanted to see how the moccasins were made.
See, and this is where growing up with family farming is so interesting to me because my brain's like, but the butchering and the you know, the having to actually do the sort of dirty gritty work of it is way more interesting to me than anything else.
Yeah. But,
Oh,
like,
Colossus,
my-
can we get rid of that, please? Please kill the Colossus, please.
but it was like my brain said to me like, we don't want to see animals die, so we go and like, it's like, but unfortunately, like, hey, in order for you to live, you need to kill this thing. But at least they used every part of it. Like, it was all useful. It wasn't all like it didn't go to waste.
I have a 2-headed
Okay.
Scylla.
Okay, great. So like, you know, you guys don't have like books of nothing sitting around your house. Like, you guys, you know, value being able to, you know, use things and use them over and over again. Well, I grew up in a place where it was okay to have like a one-use thing and never use it again. And I was just like,
Ooh,
how does
fancy
that work?
pants Rich McGee over here.
Oh my god. No.
Yes,
But it was
I'm
like,
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I said it. I said it.
no.
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful, 100%.
But yeah, like, it was like, okay. I'm trying to be so stupid.
The absolute disbelieving guffaw I just got out of you. Okay, look at my stream if you can. He looks
To fight in my army. Join us, Arcantos.
I
like...
see have two heads on his head.
So he looks like the actor that they had play Poseidon in the Percy Jackson movie, who also played the one doctor on Grey's Anatomy. What the hell's his name?
Commander, I have already taken
Austin.
you and Arcantos will take
What is that? Where are you?
That's a fine.
No, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about
Grey's
Odysseus.
Anatomy.
But
keep our men in reserve. When you get through, Ajax will
Ginger doctor actor, because I've forgotten the name of the character too. Kevin
Because he
McKidd.
was-
Kevin McKidd. There we go.
no, because he was also engaged to Yang in the show.
I
and
know.
was
And
like,
I'm
I
just
know
sitting. I'm sitting here and I'm like, meh.
Oh my God. I was like, yes, he does. He absolutely does look like that man. And I was just like, I'd never compared the two.
I'm so glad.
really
Well, because back in the old game, back in the old days, back in my day, he didn't look like that. I'm trying to be funny. Is it working?
You what?
I am relatively sure I've lost my mind.
You haven't lost your mind. I'm just like, yeah, he does look like that. I was like, yeah. And when they made Percy Jackson movies, I was just like, was this more true to the books or was this more true to the other thing?
I can admit that I have. Oh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. We don't need to be there. Son of a bitch, sickle. Quit screaming, Odysseus, and just shoot people. What?
Oh my god. You were in the thought process. You said I will admit, and then you're like,
Oh, sorry.
no,
I've
no,
never.
no, no, no.
I've seen ever. I've seen the book. I've never read the book.
Oh, okay.
I've never read the Percy Jackson books. I also never
No.
finished a series of unfortunate events. I have never in my life, and we're about to. I'm gonna get hated on so hard. So for my age, right?
TLDR.
There are so many books that people think I should have read that I did not. I have never fully read the Twilight series.
I've never read it.
I have never read any Hunger Games books.
I only read the first one.
I read the Uglies series by oh god, what's his name?
What's the Ugly series? Hold on. I've never heard of this book.
So it was made into a movie recently, which wasn't really great. It was a 2005 dystopian science fiction novel by Scott Westerfeld, and it was set in a post-scarcity world in which everyone was considered an ugly until they're turned pretty by literal extreme cosmetic surgery when they hit 16.
Oh,
But
no.
but in doing that surgery, apparently, like, mild spoiler, it really screws up their brain. Like,
I mean,
intentionally, it screws up their brain.
Oh,
So, that's a thing.
so this.
And, so I've read that. I read the entire, and I absolutely hate this. I read the entirety of the Angus Thongs books.
Angus Thong.
Okay, that is a book series by Louise Renison, and it's a 10-book. It's the Confessions of Georgia Nicholson, but I've always called them the Angus Thongs books, and that's because the first book is called Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, although I think it was also Full Frontal Snogging is what it was called. Because the movie was
Oh,
the
wait.
movie was Perfect Snogging. But my sister actually bought the UK versions. She had a UK pen pal at the time, and she got the UK versions. So I'm so used to the UK titles. So like it goes Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. It's okay. I'm wearing really big knickers, which in the US was titled On the Bright Side, I'm Now the Girlfriend of a Sex God, which I kind of prefer the first one. The third book was called Knocked Out by My Nunga Nungas. Number 4 was Dancing in My Nutty Pants. 5 was, in the UK, the version I read, was And That's When It Fell Off in My Hand. The Americanized version of that being Away Laughing on a Fast Camel, which makes no sense to me, I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand what that's referencing.
What the hell?
I wish I did understand what it was referencing, but I don't understand what it's referencing there. So there,
So confused.
yeah, I know, right? Like there's certain titles that just didn't make any sense to me whatsoever, to be completely honest. So there was that. Then He Ate My Boy in Trancers, which I loved that title even as a kid. Startled by His Furry Shorts. And then for book 8 at least, the titles weren't too different. For the UK it was Lurve, Luurve, is a many trousered thing, and in America it was just Love, is a many trousered thing. Stop in the Name of Pants is my absolute favorite book. Yes, that is my favorite book from the series. It's very funny. It's not what you would expect to, but it's interesting. And then the last one is, are these my bazoomas I see before me? Which, yes, is talking about the chesticles. Good ma'am.
Yeah.
So Stop in the Name of Pants is, if I remember correctly, because it's the 8th book, at this point Georgia is older, because she starts out not young, like not like 10, but
Yeah.
in sort of early teenhood. And then it kind of follows that. But what you have to remember is Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging came out in 1999. I was only 7. I did not read that book at 7. I read that book. Yes, 1999. I'm 92.
A year after I was born, I didn't know about this book.
No. So I read the book for the first time. I snuck it off of my sister's bookshelf when I wasn't supposed to. Very bad Noxie. She had gotten it for Christmas in 2003, I think, because she was 13 or 14 at the time. And I was able to have that, you know, to have those to read. But my sister quite often enjoyed what I'm going to call mildly different forms of reading books, because like a book that she liked reading, and admittedly now mildly decries, was like, she loved Gone with the Wind. She absolutely adored it as a younger human being. And she's not that way now, because, and I have such a hard time with Gone with the Wind because there's a lot of parts of it that just, to me, are very dry. But she absolutely adored that book series. But like quintessential early 2000 to like 2010 books, I haven't read a lot of them. And people think that I have because I absolutely love reading, and I do. That does not mean like obviously I read the Harry Potter series as a child. It was one of those things I read. I read Lord of the Rings many, many, many times, but that's quite older. I have never read Maze Runner. I have never read or seen The Help. I've never read or seen Gone Girl.
Not that
I have never read or seen The Fault in Our Stars. I read the book Thief, but I don't remember it very well because it was quite boring to me. I read Dan Brown's books, so like the Da Vinci Code and that series. And I read it for the same reason why I enjoy, mythology stories, is it was so interesting to put those sort of ideas in on print in my mind. Because it was borderline conspiracy theories, and I kind of enjoyed that. But yeah, no,
Like,
I
good conspiracy would you through a day.
sometimes, yeah. But no, I did quite enjoy. Oh, I already had a mother fudgin'. I didn't have to build. God damn it. Sorry, I got mad at myself.
That's fine.
But like now, books, I am a cinephile. Books, movies, I'm a cinephile. I have seen so many movies that I didn't need to see, that were not important to me seeing. Some of them I saw at a very young age that I didn't need to see. Like I think the first time I saw Airplane, I was like 12. My dad was very much into like either over the top humor or dry British humor. There was really no in between. So like I grew up on Monty Python, I grew up on Flying Circus and all of that. Like, and there's not a problem with that, sort of. Let's be honest, it's a sort of. It's a kinda, not really, maybe. And I say that to be honest because, like, do I already have one of those? I already have one of those. Okay, I don't need to build one of those. Oh, what I don't have is an archery range. Sorry, brain. But, growing up on that was fine. But it does tend to skew your, I need to customize this shit again. I'm playing the Greeks. Why would you ever lower down the amount of wood I'm getting? What the fudge? Sorry.
You're Greek. Not.
No, I'm playing the Greeks, and the issue with playing the Greeks is for some reason this game doesn't seem to understand how frickin' important wood is. When wood is in almost everything you do.
To build the ship, you need wood.
I don't disagree, but I don't know who's driving this bus anymore. Wait, ship. Who's rowing the ship? There we go. I don't know who's rowing this ship anymore.
At this point, Poseidon.
I'm not 100% sure I know who's rowing this boat.
Like, I don't think we're rowing, I think we're going with the wind. Poseidon.
I'm like a bird. Flappy, flappy, flappy. Not 100% sure I know where I'm going.
I was supposed to finish Court of Thorns. I did not.
Oh, I already got that today. Thank you.
What? Court of Thorns?
No. I had an email pop up on my phone whilst I was doing things, and it was about, so I had to get, oh, I can tell you this. So, hello. I am the owner of a uterus.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, oh I know. You're waiting to see where this is going. Um, I am the owner of a uterus. I am the owner of a uterus that does not work correctly
Okay.
and has not worked correctly in many a moon. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Um, however, I have not been believed by every doctor I've ever talked to on it. Okay, and I have a surgery coming up due to the fact that we have found cervical cancer for the second time in my life. We are yeeting all of those out of my body, but because we're yeeting it, and due to the cancer diagnosis, my doctor wanted to be 100% safe, free, and clear on things, and decided that we needed to have an MRI done. Okay, cool. I'm down with that. I can roll with the punches on that one. Cool, fine, whatever. However, what I found about this that was absolutely astounding is we found that I have a condition affectionately known as die. No, I'm not kidding. So I have had endometriosis, and I know that, okay? I know this.
Yeah.
I've known it for years. And it is called deep infiltrating endometriosis. It's a rarer form of endometriosis wherein wherein instead of having just like a ton of endometrium everywhere, it literally does exactly what its name says, and it infiltrates your organs, including your bowels and your muscle wall and other tissues, and it proceeds from the inside out to ruin your mother fudgin' day.
Oh.
It causes a lot of problems. But the problem is on a CT, it's not often seen because it's infiltrating, it's not spread out. So I have had years and years and years of CT scans wherein they have found nothing. Wherein they have found absolutely fudge all nothing. They've told me that I must be, kind of imagining it, that it can't be that bad. All the usual fun spiel you get when you're like, hey, there's pain, but there's no reason for the pain, supposedly. All that normal fun crap, okay? So, upon getting said diagnosis, my doctor called me and was like, hey, I would like to formally apologize. And I'm like, oh, y'all don't normally do this, what for? And I feel actually really good about it because my doctor was like, hey, there actually was something wrong here. We did, unfortunately, do a disservice to you by not listening. And I am actually so happy that they were willing to admit it. Because spending so much of my adult life and even quite a bit of my younger life being told that I'm making it up or I don't know what I'm feeling is horrible. But yeah, so the reason why I talk about it and I find it so funny is just the frickin' acronym. Because I can tell you right now, the pain that it causes makes you want to die.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the acronym now. And it's not that it's like life debilitating or anything like that. It's just, it is very, it's a lot. It weighs on the soul. You know, and it's whatever. It's, you know, it's not that huge of a deal, but it just made me giggle when we were talking. Okay, so we went Aphrodite last time. It looks like we already went Hermes. Are we doing Dionysus? Or are we going to go Aphrodite again? Are we going with the purple soft face man boy? And because you can, that face is so young looking. Yeah, we'll go with him. We went with her last time. Let's be fair. Anyway, but yeah, no. So that was a fun thing to find out today. Was that yes, you do have something. We're sorry we haven't listened to you. You're not crazy, and like that millennial urge to tell your doctor, "Oh no, I'm crazy, just not in the way you think." Knowing that it's gonna get you a trip to the Grippy Sock Hotel is never fun. Because it's just like I wanted so bad to be a snarky jackass. I was not a snarky jackass though. About it, I was an adult. Look at that. What are you? Armor of Achilles. But yeah, so I got to find out that I have that, and that's an interesting prospect to deal with. I mean, I think I'll be okay. I personally, the surgery is something we're planning. We're being very careful about it. You know, but yeah, it was an interesting conversation to be had today with my doctors. And I think it's just because there's something so oddly satisfying about that vindication, I suppose, is the best way to put it. It's very vindicating to be able to be like, I was right. Like, you don't want to be right about this kind of stuff. I don't want to be right. No one wants to be right about that. Oh, look at you, a little Hydra. You're so cute. Sorry.
Roxy,
What?
did you see? I messaged you telling you I couldn't hear you.
No.
Okay.
What?
No, my phone decided to cut you out, and now I'm having a man growl at me. Yeah,
Why is a full-grown
my
man...
husband upset.
Why is a full-grown man growling at you?
Because he wants me to go to bed.
And?
Oh yeah, that's why he's growling. He was like, I would like cuddles. Come to bed.
And?
Yeah.
This is where I get myself in trouble with all my friends' partners because, and I'm about to do it again. I'm gonna fucking do it again. I, even for my own partner, don't come to bed just because he wants cuddles. Because you're a full-grown adult. If you want cuddles, get yourself a goddamn teddy bear. If I'm not tired and I don't have to be up in the morning, I don't go lay down. And I have told this to many a friend of mine that, you know, they can essentially tell their partners very gently to go get bent. Not that I'm telling you to tell your partner this. Please don't take it that way. And I've gotten in trouble quite a bit with their partners because I'm like, go get bent, bro. Yeah, I'm not always the best person to talk to about that. Not that I'm telling you to tell him to go get bent. That is not what I'm telling you. In my defense.
It was more like he wants affection before the next day.
Go affectionate yourself, bro.
How does one do that?
something that I'm not gonna say on my stream, ma'am.
Okay. But well, I'm gonna go to bed. Love
Okay,
yous.
you go do
Bye.
that. I love you. Have fun.
Bye.
I forget brain. I have absolutely no brain. What was I doing? What are we doing here? Because I have not thought about it in a while. Ooh, we're building a market. That's what we're doing. That is not enough. Okay. So, we are going to move forward and try to take that out. And we're gonna get gold running. Oh, hold on. Hey, guys. There we go. Wow, it's like raining arrows. I know actually getting these gates down is gonna take a minute, so we're just gonna... We're gonna kill some of these buildings, be a little annoying. There we go. Now we're gonna back up. Bye. I do like the kind of constant heal that someone's giving. I don't know who's giving it, but it's nice. I thought I killed their... Oh, I did. That's mine. Duh. Okay, let's kill a few more and then regroup back here. Okay. How much gold are you making? 60? Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Couple of those running back and forth. We snaw. Fortified town center. There's that. You aren't doing anything. Oh crap, I can't build that yet. There we go. Yeah. Oh god. Oh no. Why? Yep. 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 God damn it. Hold on. I think I'm okay. Oh, that hurt. Mildly lightheaded. Oh, nice, 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 nice. So, earthquake or Hephaestus? Oh, I have to build a fortress now. I thought it was a market. Hey guys, go do that. Build that faster, please. Please no. Sorry. So I'm actually gonna lower that down quite a bit. I'll lose some of those guys in a minute. There we go. All told, this is actually quite fun. I mean, again, the voice acting it's jarring, but it's not enough to ruin the game for me. You have two heads. Idle heroes, idle. I may not have wanted to do that. We don't need to talk to anyone about that. Okay. We're gonna go with him because he amazing in my opinion. There we go. All the heroes. You can go with the rest of them. Ooh. Increases siege weapon speed. I'm down. I'm always down to increase my siege weapons, since I'm relatively sure they're going to be needed. Let's just make sure we stay safe here. Is that a crab? That's a crab. All things return to crab. Hippolyta. Sorry, one of my kiddos came in. Solstice needed something. What am I doing here? Alrighty. So this is probably going to be the last one we do tonight. Sitting here trying to figure out how I want to do this. Ooh, Polyphemus. Polyphemus? That guy. Okay. So that's how we want to do that. That's how I want to do that. Look at those. Why? Set the ratio. Why are they all going back to that? Military. Confirm. Okay, so that's building. Alright, on we go. Let's see what we can get done. Time to take down the gates of Troy.
The gate is down.
Alrighty, so that was gonna be the last one I did tonight. Quite interesting. So, I like it. Like, again, some of the changes are a little weird. I love this additional. I don't know if we're ever gonna go multiplayer, but we might. But yeah, we are going to, you know, we might even do this. I don't know. I'm unsure. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. It has been absolutely amazing to be able to stream with you. I don't 100% know. Nope, I actually don't think we're going to be doing anything like that. So, you all have a